Hello, friends, and welcome to the Blue Sky Lounge, your favorite spot in the podcasting world to let your imagination run wild and armchair imagineer all things Disney. I'm your host, Tyler Ianco, and I'm here to take you on a journey where we dream, create, and explore the Disney magic that lives inside our hearts and minds. Now, whether you're a Disney aficionado, a passionate dreamer, or someone just looking to add a touch of pixie dust to your day, this podcast is the portal to where your creativity knows no bounds. Together, we'll reimagine, redesign, and dream up Disney experiences of our wildest fantasies, from new resorts and park attractions down to even the tiniest details that make Disney experiences truly enchanting. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the Blue Sky Lounge on your favorite podcasting platform and connect with us on social media or on our website, theblueskyloungepodcast.com. And make sure you share your armchair imagineering ideas. Your ideas might even be featured on one of our next episodes. Speaking of episodes, this is episode 31, and our guest today is Gary Bradley. Today, Gary and I will be discussing the reformation of EPCOT and how it has come to be over the past couple of years through the reimagining of the whole park, essentially. Now get ready to let your creativity soar as we invite you to put on your Mickey ears, sit back, and join us here in the Blue Sky Lounge. And as Walt once said, if your imagination is ready, here we go. All right, folks. Well, today we have Gary Bradley with us in person. This is a very exciting time because most of my interviews have been over Zoom or Skype. So this is actually my second in-person interview.
Nice.
Yeah, I did one just before we came down here. That's still being edited and will be up.
Okay, I was going to ask which one that was. But
Yeah,
if it's not out yet.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it'll be out shortly. By the time this comes out, it will already be out.
Okay, so that's fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, we are in EPCOT today, sitting in Dreamers Point, the new garden area here in EPCOT. Gary, what do you think of this area?
I was very cautious with what I was expecting with it, because obviously it's changed so much from the plans that they originally gave out. When I first walked in, I was a little underwhelmed.
Okay.
With how long it took.
How
long did it take? It was like
2 years.
Yeah, a good few years, and it's basically just a lot of concrete and plants.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in here the first day that it opened.
Oh wow!
And I just kind of took time to sit down and just take it all in.
Yeah.
And I was actually sat just over there.
Okay.
And from just sitting down and hearing all the music and just taking everything in, I was like, this is actually really, really nice.
Right.
So my perspective on it changed.
Yeah.
Just from one day.
Yeah.
In here, and it's a really nice, chill place, especially if you want to go grab food at Connections and just kind of chill out, charge your phone up.
Right.
Or there was so many people working on the laptops and things as well, which is awesome if you can do that.
Yeah. Right. There's one person just on the other side of the promenade over there working on his laptop. There was another gentleman here doing a Skype meeting 20 minutes ago. It's a very nice kind of, I don't want to say tranquil because it's still a bit noisy. You might be able to hear the show going on in the background, but it's a nice area that's shaded. You can sit back, relax. You can do your work if you need to. You can chill out. You can have a coffee. You can do all kinds of things here. I will be showing photos of the area throughout our interview, so our viewers will be able to see it. Yeah, I agree with how long it took for the construction. I was surprised with kind of how basic it is, but after kind of wandering through it and seeing it, I am very impressed. I like all of the kind of relaxation areas that are there. Put lots of seating in here. There are tons of areas to charge your devices if you need to do that. Like we said, there's people working on their laptops. It's a great place to stop and get a coffee if you wanted to have a coffee.
Always need a coffee.
Right? Always get a coffee. But yeah, and it's still open enough that parents could come in here and sit down and their kids could kind of run around and kind of play around and get some energy out, which is nice. Myself having 2 kids under the age of 10, that happens a lot. So, but yeah, and I miss the Fountain of Nations that they had here in the fountain show, but at the same time, I feel that fountain was a lot of real estate that could have been used for other things.
Yeah.
Some people could say that this is still a lot of real estate that could be used for other things, but at least now they have made many more seats for people to sit on and relax if they need to. If it's a hot day, like it's been well into like the high 20s and 30s for Celsius. I'm not sure what, I think it's like 80s, 90s like 80s, Fahrenheit. Yeah. So it's been pretty hot here for the last couple of weeks that I've been here, and Gary's been here, and you know, to get in the shade of a tree and just kind of sit down, relax for 10, 15 minutes, recharge, this is the perfect area to do that. And not only, like we said, like not only is it concrete, but there are benches here that are wooden. There's Adirondack chairs that I saw over by Creations.
I was here for Dapper weekend.
Yeah,
last weekend,
yeah.
And I just took like half an hour and just sat over there, just like almost fell asleep.
Yeah,
because it was so relaxing.
Yeah, and like it's like the music is like nice and relaxing and easy listening for people to listen to, which is nice.
Yeah, it really is.
And they have like this show going on in the back there. It's called Forces of Nature, presented by Anti-Gravity, I believe it's
I've not actually seen that yet.
Yeah, I was kind of looking into it before we started recording, and it's like the easiest way to describe it is like a gymnast. Kind of think like Cirque du Soleil, gymnastics type thing.
That explains the whole like setup they have over there then with the poles.
Yeah, and like I believe there's either 4 or 5 characters in this show, and all of them are dressed to represent like the different forces. So like water, earth, air, fire kind of thing. Okay. So like each, like one's wearing a blue outfit to represent water, and one's wearing a red outfit to represent fire. So nice. It's kind of cool that way. And unfortunately, we can't see it here.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm trying to see it, but I'm looking through the trees.
Right?
Like...
But it looks really cool. They have like this big sphere that they utilize, and it like spins, and they can kind of throw themselves around it and use like centripetal force to go around and kind of do fun things with it. It looks pretty cool.
I'll have to check it out at some point.
Very cool. I also noticed that we still have some construction going on behind us. That's going to be the new Communicore building. It's going to be the new Mickey and Friends meet and greet area. Do you know anything else about it? That's about all I know.
From what I've seen, it's basically going to be exactly what it was before, just a new building. So there's going to be like space in there for events, the meet and greet, and there's something else I think, but I can't think of it.
I think I remember hearing that there might be like a stage, so to say, for maybe like festivals. I don't know if they're going to move from the American Adventure Amphitheater and have like the Garden Rocks concert series there. I'm not sure, but it could
be interesting. I mean, it's not a huge place.
No, but it could be that like maybe like if marching bands come, maybe like the bands will perform there, or singing groups or something like that.
Yeah, it could definitely be like an add-on to those kind of shows, so it'll draw people away from other things.
Exactly,
which would be good.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so this is kind of like the new area for us. Gary, like he said, saw it in December when it opened. This was my first time seeing it since it's been open. It's really nice to just see all of the construction walls coming down and being able to actually walk under Spaceship Earth and go all the way through kind of the old future world, as it were. You can go all the way through to World Showcase if you want to. So
yeah, because I was out here in last September. Yeah, then came out in November. Yeah. So my September trip, obviously the construction of the walls were all still up, so I was having to make the whole trip around and just to get around. Yeah. Then it came in November, and the same thing again was going around. And as soon as they took the walls down, I was like, it feels so much better that I can actually just walk straight and not have to do a whole loop.
Not have to go around by like Finding Nemo or go around by Guardians. Very cool. What do you think of the new kind of creation shop that's been built, replacing Mouse Gear?
I do like it. It's open, so you can kind of like this, rather than, because before it was like a bend. Yeah. So you can see from like one end to the other. Yeah. now. It's very open. It's well planned and well laid out. I kind of do miss the old style shops, like with World of Disney in Springs and things. It's like, but it's losing that like character. IP. It's just like, oh, here's a shop. Let's just make it look plain and a bit fancy. But it does look nice. I'll give it that.
I agree. I really liked the old kind of aesthetics of Mouse Gear. I liked how it looked like a workshop inside almost. They kind of went into that whole gear and factory setting. So that was always fun. But I do really like the Creations shop. I like the new Creations Cafe.
That is nice inside there, actually.
Excuse me. Yeah, I really like the Creations Cafe and like that they put the Starbucks and the Connections Eatery all into one place, replacing Electric Umbrella. Though the burgers were pretty good, the space in it was just terrible. There was hardly any seating in there. Now there's tons of seating for anybody who wants to eat there. Or again, you can come outside. Oh my goodness, that's loud. I hope it's not too loud on the show for you folks. And obviously, Guardians is a new thing. I'm assuming you've been on it many times.
Yes, I have indeed. I didn't think this morning, otherwise I would have woke up early and got a virtual queue.
I walked into the park, I'm like, oh, virtual, it's all gone. All right.
Oh, well, I mean, there's lots of other chances, right? So definitely ride it. But no, that is such a good ride.
Yeah.
It's so good. I do miss Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Yeah.
In a way, like, it was dated. It was really old.
Very dated. Yeah.
But there's nostalgia for us, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. But it's such a good ride.
It is very good.
Like, I would if they just turned that into regular standby, I would happily just stand there for 3 hours and wait for it.
Yeah. I have had the luxury of only having one song. I've had Disco Inferno 4 times.
No way.
That's it. So
I think I've had them all now.
Yeah.
I want to think back.
I've had the very good luxury of doing that. Oh, there goes the Jameters.
I'm going to say they're going to stand right there.
Yeah, right. They're going to do some percussion for us, maybe. No, all right. And one of the other things that we wanted to talk about was it was going to be the Play Pavilion. They announced it like forever ago.
Yeah.
It was what was going to be replacing the old Wonders of Life Pavilion here, and we still don't know what's going on. If it's still going to be the Play Pavilion or not. But because we don't know what's going on with that, we want to Imagineer our own thing. So Gary, if you were to put something in the Wonders of Life Pavilion, what would you put?
Oh, okay. See, this is difficult because Epcot's changing so much.
Very much.
Like, it's no longer Future World.
Yeah.
And I feel like over that side, especially now Test Track's being reimagined, it's going back to more of like
World of Motion kind of.
Yeah, like vehicle style. You got cars for Test Track, you got shuttles for Mission Space.
Yeah.
And now the Guardians.
Yeah.
I guess they're all kind of like vehicle rides. So I kind of think you'd have to keep on some kind of track with that.
Okay.
But I do kind of like the how it was before with like multiple pavilions and multiple stations inside of there. So I don't think I'd change it for one whole attraction. I'd probably put it for, well, especially now that it's not being used and they have so much new things. Maybe like how it used to be around here, and I'm trying to think of what it was called now. It's been that long since I've...
Which one?
In either side?
Interventions?
Interventions, yeah. Kind of like a... So that's just my brain.
That's all right. I get that all the time.
I think it'd be good to go back to something like that with like new tech.
That'd be really cool.
And I know it's difficult nowadays because tech like,
changes every day.
Yeah. But something like that where not only kids but adults can interact with whether it be VR or which it now is becoming a bit old, but different things like that, and having different stations around. I think I'd probably go that route because it makes it more interactive, and you can spend a lot of time in places like that rather than just one ride done and gone.
It definitely seems that one ride for one pavilion seems to be the way of the future, which is unfortunate. I agree. I would love to see different stations, being put into that pavilion so you can have multiple things to do. Having like a new interventions would be really cool. You could have it like if they would ever do it, you could have it sponsored by like Apple or Microsoft or.
I mean, there's been so many rumors of Apple and Disney and this.
So like you could, if Apple were to sponsor it, you can have like Apple showcasing their latest technology there, and like Apple brought out the Apple Glass, I think it is, where it's like the VR headset kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
So you could
totally
do something with that, or even if they did do an attraction, have it be like a VR type thing where you can put on like an Apple headset and interact with the ride or something. That would be really cool.
Wasn't there like a patent for Disney like quite a while ago now with like a glasses free like VR hologram style thing?
I haven't heard of that.
I swear there was something. I swear it was Disney as well. But something like that would be cool because that's new tech that nobody really has at the moment.
That to me sounds like in Rise of the Resistance when they're projecting like Rey onto the like as a Rey hologram kind of thing. It kind of sounds like it would be something similar to that. So that would be kind of cool if they could do that.
That would be cool. Yeah,
where you can see a hologram without having that headset. That VR headset would be really cool.
Yeah,
for AR.
And on that like kind of note as well, in Guardians, how they use the I don't know what screen it is, like the see-through screen for the depth of in the pre-show.
Yeah,
like something like that. Like it's just basic because it is only like a see-through TV screen.
Yeah,
that's laid in front.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's many places. I don't think there's anywhere else that really uses that tech at the moment.
Not to my knowledge. There could be other theme parks that use it, but I don't know offhand of any other places other than Disney that would utilize that kind of technology. So,
which is really interesting because just like the first time I watched that, I was like, this is so cool. Like the 3D aspect to it. And I know it's other places use similar kind of thing with that Pepper's Ghost and things, but it's different. You have to see it if you've not seen it, you need to see it in person because it's the depth. It's a lot.
It's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Very cool. All right. Well, other than that, I don't think there's really a lot of other additions here in Epcot. I guess there's like the new Ratatouille ride, but that's kind of older news, I would say.
I mean, there's a lot of things that were meant to be.
Yes.
I'm still hoping for the bar that was meant to be right above us.
When they announced that like festival building, I'm like, that's gonna be awesome, like with a rooftop patio where you can watch the fire. Oh man,
that would have been so cool.
Yeah, I was very sad when they said we're not doing this. It's going to cost too much money. It's like, but it looks so cool.
It would have been good. Yeah, like I never even thought for the fireworks. I was just thinking it's an extra place for people to drink,
right?
But I guess they don't need that in World.
That's true.
Here we're showcase, but it would have been cool.
Yeah. I also wish. I think it was a few D23s ago, they announced doing Cherry Tree Lane in the UK Pavilion.
Yes.
That would have been really cool.
That would have. I mean, with the like lockdown and everything, that just scrapped so many good ideas. Like with the redoing of Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to go ahead.
Yeah.
That was so close to actually. Didn't they have a date for the shutdown of it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, and then they're just like, let's hold off on that.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be like phase 4 for Epcot.
Maybe another 15 years.
Right?
Before that happens, yeah.
We'll just get a new narrator.
Yeah, but no, that would have been so cool for like an attraction in the UK Pavilion.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard though, it was only like a merry-go-round or something.
I have no idea actually. I didn't hear anything about. I just heard that they were going to they were thinking of putting an attraction in there, but I never heard what it was going to be.
I think it was just like a merry-go-round kind of thing.
Yeah.
But even if they just rethemed the whole back area to Cherry Tree Lane,
right?
That would be even so much better. Like the bandstand and the gardens and things are really cool.
Yeah.
But to put that kind of IP in there.
Yeah.
Without going too far, because you can put the houses in Cherry Tree Lane without.
You don't have to change
everything.
The lot.
Yeah. That would have been fun.
Yeah, because like if you were to do that, let's say, you just retheme the houses, essentially like a facade change, the garden and like bandstand area itself could be considered like one of the gardens in London, right? Like Hyde Park or something like that. So it's not really a far stretch to do that. So I think it would be fairly easy and fairly low budget for Disney to do.
Yeah,
you would think.
Well, I guess you think so, but then also they still have, from opening day, they still have, what is it, like 4 or 5 spaces for new pavilions that still hasn't been utilized.
That's one of my things. One of my series that I want to do. I've already done the Canada Pavilion. I want to and we kind of talked about the UK Pavilion a little bit. And I want to go around and find somebody from every country to like talk about their pavilion. But I also want to talk about, like you said, I think there's like 5 spaces available that can be utilized as a pavilion, and talk to, some random person and be like, what would you put there? Like what country would you put there?
Yeah.
So
like,
that would be cool.
On that kind of theme with space that's not being utilized around World Showcase, I was talking to a friend about this last week. Personally, now that the Lagoon Show has been changed so much, and with the drone testing that they're doing in Springs, I'm not too keen on the new show on Luminous. So I said, what they should do because there's so much real estate there, they should just fill that whole lagoon in. Use that for either new pavilions, attractions, show space, and do a drone show instead over the whole area.
Gary, you're gonna have a lot of people after you. You're gonna have a lot of people after you for that thinking.
There's so much space.
It is a lot of space. You are right. You could easily put like 3 Guardians attractions.
Oh heck yeah, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that would be a really cool idea to do that. You could make it like literally a World Showcase and just have it be like all. You can move the American Adventure into the middle and have like America being like bringing everybody together.
Yeah, it could literally be like Ravenous Round. You could scatter through different,
like a wheel and spoke kind of thing. Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's never going to happen. But.
No, it won't. No. But yeah, I did have the luxury of watching Luminous, not Harmonious, Luminous.
Yes.
The other day. I liked it. I thought it was good. I still, even though it's on Disney Plus, I haven't seen Harmonious yet. I've heard things. I've seen the barges. I didn't like the barges. I like that these ones actually still come out, much like Illuminations did from backstage. I like that.
Yeah.
The permanent barges were not a good idea. But yeah, I didn't mind Luminous. I liked the fact that it was still multicultural. It brought everybody together, but it did so using some Disney IP songs.
Yeah.
Like they had songs from Toy Story 2, and I think Coco was in there. I don't even remember. It was like 3 days ago, and I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. So
it's like, it happens.
11.
Just need more coffee.
Right? So very cool. Well, Gary, I really appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you so much. We'll have to get you back on, and maybe we'll go do a deep dive into the UK Pavilion. We'll have you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Very cool.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for coming,
Thank
and
you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you. You as well.
Now, thank you for joining us here on the Blue Sky Lounge today. If you enjoyed the episode and want to stay connected with us, there are a few ways to do that. First and foremost, don't forget to subscribe to the Blue Sky Lounge on your preferred podcasting platform. By subscribing, you'll ensure that you'll never miss a moment of our enchanted Disney discussions. And if you're loving what you're hearing, we'd be thrilled if you could take a moment and share this episode on social media, and make sure to leave us a review. Your feedback means the world to us, and who knows, we might even read one of your reviews in an upcoming episode. Now, you can also stay connected with us beyond the show by following us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, and TikTok by searching the Blue Sky Lounge. They are the perfect places to share your own Imagineering ideas, connect with fellow Disney enthusiasts, and get behind-the-scenes peek of what's happening in the Blue Sky Lounge. And for those of you who want to experience an extra dose of magic, make sure to check out our YouTube channel, There you'll find visuals that accompany the audio journey of our podcast, adding an extra layer of enchantment to your Disney experience. In our next episode, we will be discussing some of the announcements that were made at the D23 conference. Yes, I know we are a little late, but better late than never. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, we'd like to take a note that the Blue Sky Lounge is not affiliated with the Disney company in any way. This is a fan-run show featuring fan ideas and is in no way a true representation of what may or may not happen with the Disney company in the future. Now remember, dreams and imagination know no bounds, and we can't wait to explore the wonderful world of Disney Armchair Imagineering with our amazing Blue Sky Lounge family. Now until next time, remember to think, believe, dream, and dare yourself to use your imagination. Who knows what kind of Imagineering you can do from your armchair. Thanks.